I'm calling it now. That's going to be the worst game the Avs play this season. Avs lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-0. There will be more bad play this season. There will be more losses, but this game, for the majority of it, was closer to a learned skate than it was an NHL hockey game. The Avs just could not do anything right. We're not just talking poor execution, bad decisions, things like that. The Avs were struggling with basic fundamental hockey here. Things like shooting the puck on net or passing it to your teammates. I don't know. There were just so few redeeming plays throughout this entire hockey game for the Avs. And I don't want to discredit Pittsburgh too much. They did a good job of capitalizing on the opportunities that the Avs gave them, but the Avs just made it so easy for Pittsburgh to win this hockey game. I really think the Avs would have struggled to beat any team in the NHL. They might have struggled to beat a bunch of AHL teams with the way they played this game. The Avs actually started this game with a pretty good penalty kill, but 3 seconds after it was over, things were bad. Pittsburgh is dumping the puck in at the end of the power play. This is a free pass for the Avs to get out of this clean. As Josh Manson comes in, he's going to engage in a puck battle, but he just doesn't do anything effective. The puck just skips off him and comes out loose, so the Avs end up losing possession. From here, it's kind of just panic time for Colorado. A puck gets into a dangerous area, and you see everyone collapse and panic towards the puck. Girard just goes for the YOLO dive, starts swinging his stick like crazy. Lecky just kind of floats in towards the puck. Josh Manson also crashes in, basically trying to tackle a guy. The only one actually defending a passing lane, doing something effective here, is Miles Wood on the backdoor guy, actually covering something. While all this is happening, Girard continues to flail, gets his stick on the puck, and again, flails. So that knocks it out right to the high slot, probably the last place you want to be. And Lecky, stuck in no man's land as he was just collapsing towards the puck, leaves a wide open Riley Smith in the high slot, and he puts a picture-perfect shot on it. And that goal pretty much sums up this entire game. Arguably the least egregious of the Avs' mistakes, but serving up pucks to Pittsburgh was what was on the menu all night long. On the other side of the ice, it was just as bad, if not worse. The Avs regularly passing up opportunities to try and make ridiculously difficult passes that ended up on the first Pittsburgh stick in the way. And I get the lack of execution. Some of that is out of your control. Like I said, some nights you just don't have it. What I don't get was the Avs continuing to try again and again to make extremely difficult plays when after a while it became clear that that just was not working. So many of the top players on this team refused to simplify their game and kept making the same mistakes repeatedly. I don't know if anything was really going to change the outcome of this game. It seemed destined to end this way, but had the Avs simplified a little bit and tried to play a little bit more aggressive and a harder style of hockey early, maybe this became a hockey game. But the Avs didn't do that. They seemed to casually try to throw the puck around. Nothing worked, and they just lived with it. And so that's how you ended up here. Despite that, looked like the Avs were going to survive the first period, only giving up one goal. But then they didn't. Avs moving from the neutral zone into the offensive zone here. Mikko finds Sam Girard up the wall, and then they try this double drop pass thing after they get into the zone. Just way too cute for a game where the Avs have not played very well. And the Avs are full committed. This is Girard deep in the zone. I know the Avs love to activate their defensemen, but the forwards need to be aware here. As Mikko is committing in, McKinnon is also floating in. You already have Tatar in deep. The Avs are full sending here, so when this puck gets knocked off of Mikko's stick, there are 3 guys already higher up the ice than the Avs' 4 skaters. This is essentially a 3-on-1 situation here. It reduces down to a 2-on-1 with the play up the ice, but you just need more awareness and really a better play from Mikko Rantanen there. And then this back check is just pitiful. I know he's not going to get back into the play, but just straight up gives up on it. That is a dude cruising down the ice and is not trying to get involved. And then Taves just plays this 2-on-1 poorly. He's expecting the man on the backside to cut hard to the post. He doesn't do that. That's what Taves tries to defend as a pass, and that just ends up leaving a massively wide open passing lane that is easy for Malkin to hit, and Riley Smith is dominating the Avs. Yeah, it was bad. So you're down 2. You've played like that. It's already not looking good, but maybe you can figure something out. And for the first 3 minutes of the second period, I actually thought the Avs played okay. Not good, but, they weren't getting dunked on. And then they remembered they like turning the puck over. Manson carrying the puck out of his own zone. He's going to try to make a pass from roughly blue line to blue line here that does not go well because the Avs passing the puck just did not go well tonight. He has to turn around and get back. It's a bit of a sketchy situation in a 3-on-2 because you can see the Avs forwards are struggling to get back too. But initially, Manson defends this very well. He's in position. He stops the pass from getting through. He just doesn't handle the puck very well. So it's loose, coming off of his stick, heading right towards the front of his crease with pressure coming at him from the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is the easiest dump it to the corner situation for a defender ever. And I get it. In the moment, it's hard. You're making a split-second decision. But what you can't do is sloppily try to toe drag this puck back in front of your own goal while you're getting poke checked. This only makes bad things happen, and that one's just free. That goal really sucked any hope I had for this game out of the building at that point. It was very, very clear the Avs just didn't have it, and at that point were no longer interested in trying to compete in this game. And even if they were interested, they just didn't have anything going at all. So when they got a double minor power play at the end of the period, I already knew they weren't going to score on it. I already knew it was too ugly. This was not a way back into the game. This was just the inevitable heat death of the Avalanche for the night. The third period was academic at best, and Pittsburgh gets to pad the stats because Nathan MacKinnon wanted in on more of that turnover action. This one is inexplicable. The Avs are breaking out. Mikko's going to give the puck to MacKinnon. MacKinnon is coming up the wall. He cuts back. He creates space for himself. He's done a great job. His head is up. He's looking here. He sees this Pittsburgh player right there in his way to make this pass for Sam Girard, and he just makes it anyway. And it's just a turnover. Disaster. Crosby in the middle. It's in the back of your net. Look, man, it was a terrible hockey game from the Avs. That's just what it was. In a vacuum in this game itself, yeah, sucked. Horrible. Terrible. Every bad thing you can say about it. Fact. The point is, these games happen, but good teams, they shouldn't happen very often too. So if this is a one-off, if this is the worst game of the season like I think it's going to be, then it's not a big deal at all. If I had to pull some positives out of this game, there are very, very few. But I would say, I think Jonathan Drouin actually played pretty well in the offensive zone. One of the few players generating decent chances for Colorado. Of course, none of those pucks ended up in the back of the net, so what does it really matter? Also, the fourth line had a couple of decent shifts, doing fourth line things, grinding, getting the puck stuck in the offensive zone. So that was okay. And there's not really a whole lot more than that. Doesn't make watching it any more fun, though. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching, even when the Avs play terribly. I am Rudo, and that sucked.